All right, we all good.
Let's
Top
go.
of the morning, my good brother.
What up, man? What's the business?
I'm
What's
good, man.
going
How
on
you?
with you? I'm good. I can't complain. Not at all. Not even a bit.
Same here, man. I was watching a live early this morning. I know you had to get up out of there, go handle some business with your youngin
Yeah,
earlier.
yeah, yeah.
Um, how you been though?
I've been good, man. I had a last second run. Had to get Zaya. I guess they were doing like last minute uniform pictures or something in there, like
Hmm.
a cardigan and all that stuff. So I had to get that going. I had to drop out, but I dropped out the live. But I just had it on the intro and came back,
Yeah.
and they were still in there. So I went back, continued the live.
Okay.
Hmm
How was it? We good?
Yeah, yeah. I
It was
think I
definitely
did
good.
good.
Before that, I didn't. Man, you put me on some game. When I tapped in, you were talking about what was it called? The cartoon about the old cartoon.
WB, like which one? Foghorn Leghorn, or
Yeah, but it was called something. The
the censored, the 11 censored, the censored 11?
Yeah, the 11 cents, the 6 to 11. That I didn't because obviously I came up watching those cartoons, and as a kid, it's trippy because everything was just funny and jokes, and then you got older and realized what you was actually seeing.
Right.
Like, you
Some
know
of
what I
the
mean?
abusive stuff, some of the Popeye beating on.
Yeah,
Remember Brutus from Popeye?
yeah,
Like how abusive he was over olive oil. They was fighting over olive oil all the
one hundred
time.
percent.
Yep.
Yeah, and I know. So when I used to watch the old Tom and Jerry cartoons, and they were talking about no, remember the the lady, they never showed her face, but they always showed her black ankles with the drunk socks.
Yep. And the
And she
slippers.
y'all get back in here now, y'all. She was talking like a
Hmm
mammy,
Right.
right? And as a kid, you just kind of laughed at everything. But it was like as you got older, you're like, man, what? Wait, did my mom and them not see this?
Right.
Because, like, you know what I mean?
It's like
You
they grew
know,
up at a different time. They grew up
it
at a
was, it was. We kind of got into it, man. Let me intro the show, man. What's up, my good people? Top of the morning to you. This is relatable. My name is Lucc, and I got my good brother and co-host, Mister
Rios in the building. Let's go. What's
Rios is
happening?
definitely in the building, man. I'm glad to be back in the building with you. We got some really really good topics today to talk about, and I'm really interested in hearing your opinion in some of
Hey,
these topics because I also know they're going to be hilarious.
you know
You know
I
what I
got
mean?
those ton of opinions.
You know what I'm saying? So top of the morning to people in the chat, they still falling in. But let's get this thing going.
Okay.
I'm trying to think, where do I want to start? Um, okay, I know where I want to start. Something I was kind of talking to you about. You didn't get a chance. You saw maybe some clips, but you didn't really get to watch it as much as I did and really study it. I want to talk about Streamer University first.
Okay.
Well, Kai Cenat's, for those who don't know, Kai Cenat, one of the world's biggest streamers, um, he created Streamers University, right?
hmm
What he did was he kind of like booked a whole side of so Akron University in Akron, Ohio. He took a whole like some dorms, a bunch of dorms, bought them all out or rented them all out for that sake, and took applications for people to kind of like sign up for this university he's building for the sole purpose of streaming education
hmm
and networking and community.
Right.
Streaming education, networking, and community. Um, what was really dope about it is that not a soul paid for anything other than Kai Cenat.
Dude,
So
it's
yeah,
so kudos and flowers to him for that. A hundred
because that
housing 150 people for the weekend for 3 days at a hotel is crazy. Housing
that's
10
crazy
people,
alone.
housing 5 people for me is crazy. Let alone 150 streamers and all these facilities and all that. It's crazy.
It's crazy, and he flew. And first of all, housing is one thing. You got to get him there. He paid for everybody's flight, every single person. Literally, nobody paid for anything. He paid for everybody's flight. First of all, to book the place, he already booked it. Paid for everybody's flight. Food for this food, drink, breakfast, lunch, and dinner for 4 days straight.
4 days
Right.
straight.
So you got to pay for staff and employees also. right? So now they have professors and students. So he did the application process like college. They have to send in a video, tell why they should be admitted to Streamers University. Some of they wrote about themselves, about me's and stuff like that. And then he did a strenuous process of picking streamers, right?
Right.
He didn't just for contrary to popular belief, he didn't just pick the biggest streamers in the world. There were big streamers there, but also they had people who literally haven't streamed not one day.
Right.
Right. Some of the people in there streamed for the first time at the university. Now they were YouTubers.
Yeah.
They weren't streamers. Right. And even the YouTubers were very small. Like one person had 0 followers. They had just started on both sides. But the video was so crazy and their personality was so dope, he selected them. Right. Mm-hmm. And then he also had cats like DDG, who, if you know DDG, forget the drama stuff and with the Haley Bailey stuff. And, he's one of the legendary streamers. He's been doing this 10, 15 years.
Right.
And he was a professor, right? That professor like him, India Love, who's a big time influencer, Agent, who's in his crew, AMP. He taught pocket watching, which essentially was business and streaming.
He had a cult. What you sent me, those clips that you sent me were vicious, man. Like I learned a lot just from those clips. For sure.
His classes were really, really good. And I think despite the like little, games and little kid stuff they were doing. And I'm not trying to be dismissive and call them kids stuff, but like they were silly too. It's like, man, you got a bunch of youngins in college with no parental supervision. But they do have security and stuff like that, right? So they're going to have a good time. But besides that, I think it was just super dope how the streamers came together for education purposes and community. There was one part in there where this guy named Tylil, if you know Tylil from the streaming community, he's a big time streamer. Tylil walked around on the floor with all us. He was a student also, but he walked around to all the new streamers up and coming. People sub 1,000, maybe sub 500,
which is
maybe no followers. He walked around and just asked his chat to go raid their chat and subscribe and blow their channels up.
Right.
He did that for like 15 people.
Right. Just like I'm about to tell my life, go to Good Lucc TV right now and watch this on Good Lucc TV because we're streaming on Good Lucc TV. Relatable. I'm out of here. I wanted to let you guys know on the YouTube channel to head over to Good Lucc TV. We're live, relatable. We're going now. Out.
Man, appreciate that, man.
Yeah, for sure.
And in the same kind of way, see, the community should be that. Just like you just did that, it costs you nothing to show love and support. It costs you nothing, and though it costs us nothing, people refuse to do it because they feel like, in some kind of weird way, it's competition. But why can't you and my channel be big and grow big?
That's the thing. I don't understand it. I don't get it well, you know what? I do get it. I do get that there's greed in the world. There is jealousy in the world. And there is, I want to be up first. I want to be up. I want to be the first. I want to be the person on the hill with the house and the car and looking down like, look at what I got, y'all. And I'm not even saying that that's what because I don't have anything for me to boast and brag about, but it doesn't even take any sweat equity to be like, hey, head over to Lucc's page, or to be like, hey, we're doing relatable now on Lucc's page. Why are we not building up each other in the community as we move forward? Like, why do we want to just build up one when there's billions of people on YouTube?
Right.
Billions of people on YouTube. You mean I'm about to fight and scratch and scrape for my 300 people watching?
Right.
It's billions.
It's billions. So I don't understand that, but not to draw that out, man. I think streamers, and here's another thing. Kai just did a little video clip, talked about how there were some huge companies that wanted to partner up with him and do it through their platforms.
Mm-hmm.
And he refused. And he said the reason why he refused, he said it's already copyrighted. He already copywritten. It's already trademarked. He did all the legal stuff, so he owned it. But the way he was speaking, he kept saying, so we own this. This is ours.
Yeah.
I didn't do that with these companies because once you give it to them, it's gone.
Right.
This is ours. This is for us to do. He said, I didn't charge nobody nothing. He said, it cost him a whole lot. Easily some millions of dollars to do that, bro. Easily. No doubt about it.
For sure.
You know, and you just benefit. One girl, she her first day, she had I think 2,000 followers on Twitch, and she ended up getting bullied that first day by another girl who was there. They surrounded her and supported her. Oh, girl got up out of there. They got her up out of there because we're not doing that. And they surrounded and supported her, and she was so active on her streams during that weekend that it was not the next day, but the day after that, she ended up getting 45,000 followers.
Right.
She went from 2,000 to 45,000 in 2 days.
Vicious.
Just by being active, being in the right place, and doing the work. Right. So, I mean, salute to Kai Cenat, man. He it seems like no matter what you think about him, he feels like this time they make the right one famous.
Right. And there's a messaging in that with that young lady, also with her being bullied. She was about to quit. She was about to give up.
100%.
She was going to give up at the 2,000 and say, you know what? People are calling me ugly. People are being mean. And it was somebody at the university that was hating on, that was bullying her. It was somebody at the university that was bullying her. It wasn't just a chat. And that goes to show you have to fight through adversity. You can't walk away and bow down just because somebody is being ugly. Don't let their ugly win. Stay in the fight. Stay in the fight and turn your 2,000. And now the person you're bullying, you got 10 times the followers as that person. Now you're winning. And you're winning on some good stuff, not on no negative things. Like, you know what? I'm moving forward right here. In this energy, in this path, this is how I'll move forward. And I'm not going to compromise who I am to do that.
And to your point, man, I think another thing was to that point. I also understand. Look, it's hard. Like you and I have had conversation about how long it took me to do my first live stream.
Right.
Took me a while. I've been asking you, but because of nervousness or not knowing how to start or that fear of like I don't know what to talk about. All these things kept me from posting when I should have started posting or started going live.
But what was
the fear, right?
What was it? What was the fear?
The fear of not knowing. The fear of the unknown. Mm-hmm. Not knowing what to do, not knowing what to say, like turning on my computer and then not having 0 followers in here and then not knowing how to talk through that.
Yeah.
Right. So it's a tons of things I was afraid of, and then I eventually got over that. But for them, these are people who were a lot of them are probably introverts, right? In their home all day. It's easy for them to sit at home in the comfortability of their own home and talking to a camera about whatever, right?
Right.
Then you have your little bit of followers who they've been there supporting you, and you don't have to deal with too many things. And then you go to Streamers University, the hands down the biggest event of streamer thing this year, and all the people who are into streaming are looking at this and tuned into this.
Possibly
so for your first time, you're probably getting your first troll or your first thousands of trolls. You probably never dealt with that. Could you imagine you used to get maybe 3 to 2 comments on your page, and then tomorrow you get 290 of them are people who hate you, right? Or say they hate you, or you ugly, you fat, you stupid, nobody gonna watch your channel. Could you imagine that going from that to that?
Right.
That's a lot. But that's why I have people around like cats like DDG and Tylil and all them to say, look, we go through. Deshae said, man, look, I've been walking around all day. They've been saying I'm musty, but not being here. They say he gay, and I'm musty all the time. Like he said, he was telling her, get over it, but I understand how it ain't just easy to get over it. But I'm letting you know that even we go through this at a bigger rate, in a bigger number. You know what I mean? Have you ever looked through Beyonce comments? She's Beyonce, for Christ's sakes, and it's hate all through the comments.
Right. And
if she get it, you for sure get it.
Have you ever heard of what happened to Jesus?
yeah, right. There was just one guy one time.
Have you ever heard what happened to a guy named Jesus? Like, you know what I mean? Like the greatest.
Right.
person on earth like had people hating on him. It's just how
Right.
it is. It's the game. And look, Kaisa not. I just found out this morning. Look, he's 23 years old.
Young,
He's
bro.
23.
23.
Navigating this life, navigating this new media platform, streaming live, whatever this is, and he's doing it well. And the other thing is, I see a lot of people trying to duplicate.
Yeah.
And that's a problem. When you're stuck in the mode of trying to duplicate instead of create, get into the mode of create. Get ahead of the ball. Stop trying to see what somebody else is doing and say, oh, you know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to do exactly that.
Right.
No, go into the game and be inspired by what people do. What can you add to that? Where's your creative thought process? Where's your artistic thought process to say, you know what? I like what they're doing. I can add this to that or this element. Stop trying to be a duplicator. It's almost as bad as it's not as bad as haters, but duplicators that all they're trying to do is just duplicate what other people do. You have no originality. You don't have nothing to offer outside of what somebody else is giving you an example of. Be creative. That's the thing that I want people to get back to is create. Be creative. If your shit is bowling, go bowling or whatever it is.
You know what's interesting though, to add to that, and not to combat what you're saying, because I agree also. I'd rather you not be a duplicator for sure. But I will say this, I'm offering some perspective.
Yeah.
Even when you're dealing with the internet, when it comes to things being viral, content, something that works, right? Imagine a video that maybe is a little reel or a short, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And that video did 1 million views, right?
Yeah.
It's a good chance that 1 million probably wasn't, it's probably not the same million that you got access to.
Yes.
So, for example, I wish I would have saved this clip earlier today. I saved this clip where this guy was talking about how people do clip farming, right? I don't know for the people who don't know what clip farming is, they take videos, like they'll watch this whole episode of what we're doing.
Yeah.
They'll take the funniest parts out or the most interesting part or polarizing parts, clip them, and then post them on their page.
Oh, don't panic and yes. Like the
Like don't panic, exactly, right? So that's clip farming. And it works. And this one guy was saying, man, this one dude, his whole TikTok page is him clip farming my videos. He makes $60,000 a month. The difference in social media or these streaming platforms is if somebody made an AceBoyRios page is making $60K a month, the reason why AceBoyRios probably wouldn't be mad is because that means all your clips are going viral and you get more promo for you, so everybody's swarming to find you, the original you. Where's he at? Mm-hmm. So it kind of like works out for both customers. So it's like they say what's stealing is a form of flattery, right? It's like I'm not saying to go do that, but I will say, look, if you need to find what somebody does, for example, when I started making YouTube videos about cameras, I love photography, so I started making YouTube videos about cameras. I would see a title, and I would see a title, and that title would be trending or popping, whatever. I'll take the same title and use it. Take it.
Right.
Same title, boom, put up a thumbnail, and then let that find, because the algorithm is a system. It's not luck. Right. And if you know how to play the system, you just input everything into the system. So to your point, yeah, I agree. I would rather not duplicate the original, so it can be one luck.
Because the problem comes when it's more duplicators than creators. What happens when it's just 100%. Duplicators? When it's nothing but meme pages, 20 meme pages to a creator.
That's what it is now.
That's what it is now, and that's what I'm saying. We're getting stuck in this, and then even the creators are just not trailblazing, bandwagoning off another creator. Like, Streamer University. Hey, here we're gonna do Hood Streamer University.
Right.
Like ghetto stream. Like, so 20v1 popped the balloon. Now we're gonna do ghetto 20v1, and it's like, damn, shit is getting so.
But you know what though, Rios? Yeah. I wouldn't focus on that part so much because that's the world. You forget streaming, right? You think the guy who created the Super Soaker, the black dude.
He just got paid too.
For sure. But look at him. He got paid twice. First of all, he got sued years ago, back when I was a kid, and a gang of money then also the recent case. But look at him. When he came out with Super Soaker, there was nothing on the market like that.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, Super Soaker came out. All of a sudden, here comes all these pump action water guns and all these different kind of modular water guns, right? It's the game. When the Razor scooter came out first, and then after that came out and blew up, once the copyright drop off, and then boom, here are all the other scooters. Remember the Bird scooter? Not remember, but the Bird scooter, the little motorized scooter that everybody right around. Yeah. Remember the first one was the Bird scooter. All of a sudden, here come Lime, the green and white one, all these other companies, all the motorized. That's the game we in.
No, I understand the game. Mm-hmm. I get it. But that's opportunistic game. That's consumerism.
100%.
That's capitalism. Like, okay, you making money here, I'm gonna make. But that's when we get into the root of it is usually the duplicate. The root of it is just making money.
No. What I'm saying is everything you're saying, I 1,000% agree. I 1,000% agree with you. Yes, you are 100% right. You're not wrong about nothing you have said. I'm just saying. I wouldn't trip off that because the world is like that. That's the world we live in.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is the warning, I'm seeing the warning signs. I'm seeing the early tip of the iceberg of like, oh shit. Because it's already oversaturation happening, whatever, like through the thing. But if we don't get more Kaisenats, you know what I mean? Like not more duplicates.
Yeah.
Like more creatives, like whatever the fuck is going on in his brain or his team, whatever they're coming up with, it's some dope stuff. Like that, like Streamer University.
Yeah, like, that's crazy.
That's crazy. And he's got a dope team behind him. But you know what? The basis behind it, what I think, why it was so successful, because it also was to help other people.
Yeah.
When you have 100%. That as a foundation, in your creativity, like, dude, let's get some small streamers. Let's get some big streamers. India Love, I don't even think she was streaming.
No, she wasn't.
And she has 400,000 followers now.
DDG put her on game.
Really?
But he put her on game right before she got there. He taught her to stream the game and told her she should be streaming. These people don't understand the game. Like you and I are learning the game. They, like Pun have learned the game and all you guys have learned the game. These people still don't know the game. So for them, DG was telling her like, yo, you are who you are. You are India Love. You popping out here. Millions of followers. Imagine if you just get in front of your computer and chat with these same people. It's a whole other stream of income that's going to come with that. And so her first stream in Streamers University was one of her early streams. There's not tons of, if you look at her Twitch page, it's not tons of videos before that, right? Really? I'm not saying it's her first, but this is some of the earliest. Like, so she's really just getting on. And then, obviously, she's cracking on Streaming University. She was in most of the clips. All the dudes chasing her, trying to get with her, hating on her, doing all kind of stuff. Hilarious clips. I watched most of all the stuff. Genius, and I was entertained. Me and my wife was sitting there laughing for hours just looking at the different clips and different stuff. They're hilarious, bro. And Kai is just the way, to your point, the way he handled it was just genius, you know. And putting somebody with 0 followers or no followers who next to like Kai was making sure what's your channel? Hey, shout out to everybody channel. So once he show up in your stream, you know, followers come over there, your channel go up, people subscribe to you, boom.
Right.
Don't cost him nothing to show up in your screen, on your thing. Well, first of all, Kai Cenat before Streamers University, he used to spend days sometimes and hours on spending the whole day. I remember Chime gave him $1 million to do whatever he wanted with it. He took that $1 million and looked for streamers with low followers and gave out 5,000 to 10,000 to every single one of them.
Really?
Well, I watched the whole video of it. I'll send it to you after podcast. All he did was look on Twitch. He looked for follower count. Oh, this got 15 viewers. Oh, 50 viewers. That's it. Whatever. Oh, let's. Then he'll rate them. He'll go in there. He just start dropping gifts. Boom, 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 boom. They just start going. I can't believe Constant's in my chat, and they see the money coming through. And then he'll go to another page.
That's
go to another page, bro. It's like, dude, God can't do nothing but bless you if you just giving like that. because he's giving out the goodness of his heart.
Right.
He's not doing it for the return. He's just giving it. So I was inspired. I'm 45 and I'm looking at these youngins and I'm truly inspired by what they have done. And I'm looking at myself in this space like I can be better.
Right.
Right. Now I got to be 45. I'm not going to be doing the young craziness. Right. But in the way how you and I clown and joke and we got great personality and we try to spread that and try to be cool, like be who we are, then that got to work because we also understand that people are looking to us for whether it's game, whether they want to laugh, whether they want advice, whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I was truly inspired by Streamers University. I thought it was really, really dope, man. Really good.
I think it was a plus. A plus.
100%.
There's things that we could pick apart and take apart this, and I didn't like that. And there was way more pros than cons. Way more pros and cons. It's an A++. And it's a young black man doing his thing, 23 years old, making $1,200 a minute.
That's a lot of cheese.
God dog. So shout out to him. Money. Shout out to the streaming. Shout out to, and then Dogface is in the chat. Shout out to Dogface. I know I keep saying this.
Sir.
I talked about it yesterday. I talked about it today. But just how people can keep you on track and remind you of what they're here for.
Oh, yeah. That was good. So Dogface the one that called you yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm here for this. I'm here for that. This is like, you don't have to do any of this extra stuff for me to be here, even though not 100% of the people agree with him, but I agree with it. You know what I mean? Like, be your original, be you. You don't have to be pressured up to be up to date on all this other shit. Like, do your shit. Watch your movies. Go do your documentaries. Live your life as you live it. You ain't got to add none of this other stuff to stay up to date on. Just talk to us about what you enjoy in life, what you do in life. You don't have to be involved in none of this other stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I thought it was like a breath of fresh air. Like, just because I pray, you do your praying, you do your ask God, and God talks through people and through actions through people. And the message I got from that was, and I've been telling everybody else, you are enough.
For sure.
Like, you are absolutely enough for whoever's going to support you.
100%. And Dogface, I see you. First of all, salute to Dogface, man. I do appreciate the conversation y'all had. He made a comment. He said, it's good content for him too, though, Lucc. And you're 1,000% correct, which that isn't a bad thing. And I'm not saying you said it. You're saying that it is. It isn't a bad thing. But you also got to understand that Kai could have turned his stream on every time he did that. And the majority of the time he walked around and got people videos, his streaming wasn't on. He was being streamed, right? So there's a lot of times when, obviously he's a streamer, so he streams majority of all the stuff. But the benefit is the helping part is bigger than it's content for me because I'm already who I am. I'm already rich and I'm gonna get the views regardless. So, but just the way he just moves with kindness in his heart. And it's the same thing. It's like if I give away $1 million to Rios charity event, his company for whatever kind of charity, right? And somebody says, well, yeah, let's use it as a tax write-off. Well, because I'm not an idiot. Right. Of course it's $1 million I just gave out.
Y'all's made me spit.
That's the truth, right?
Because I'm not an idiot. Yeah, of
course. Of course. Now, I didn't do it for the tax write-off, but anytime you give your time or money like that, an excessive amount, you should get something back for it. I'm not saying you're looking for that, but that's business. So with him, the same thing is business because this business is the reason why I handle it the way I handle it. But I don't want to stay on the Streamers University all day, but I appreciate all the people following in. Shout out to the Ghetto Cafe. They're showing up. I appreciate y'all once again. Always hold your mans down. We appreciate y'all, man, coming in and lending a voice and lending some personality to the chat. I love y'all. Thank y'all for showing up. Rios, thank you for always bringing the family through.
Yeah, of course.
I do want to talk about this guy. This guy is a young, talented, newly recruited NFL player.
Okay.
who just recently got married. This
Oh my
guy
gosh. That's
is
a
Mr.
good one.
Travis Hunter.
Great topic. Great
Travis
topic.
Hunter just got married. Rios, I ask you, what are your first thoughts on this?
My first thought was like, is he from New York? Is he?
What? Why did you ask that?
Because New York been taking L's lately. You know what I mean? So he's got to be from New York, man.
Come on, man.
Oh shit! Oh man, I'm just playing, Dogface. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. My first question was like, is there nobody around him telling him, like giving him any guidance or anything? But then I think his coach was Prime. His
Yeah,
coach is Dion, so he's got a father figure. And I'm not even gonna lie. I'm just gonna be completely honest with you. And it's gonna be not a great take. I immediately thought, oh, cuz it's slow.
I think you're giving him too much credit.
I was like, he's slow. I was like, there's no way you can be slow and be an amazing talent. You know what I mean? Amazing athletic like talent. Because maybe something is off. Like no prenup, no prenup,
That's crazy.
none whatsoever. Like I just couldn't believe it. And then based off of all the video evidence of history of the young lady, like I wish him the best. I pray, I wish him the best. And it's just something is off to me. That's all I can say. Something's off.
I think you may be giving him too much credit. Here's the thing. Okay. My first initial thought is, all right, you made your bed, now lay in it, right? My next thought was, I hope we're all wrong.
I'm praying.
Right? I'm praying we're all wrong. Because I really want us to be wrong at this.
Yeah.
It happened already, so I really want us to be wrong because I don't want to see no young brother getting done like I think he's going to be done. But I think, right? So people have been, because I said the same thing. Well, where's the people that are around? Where's the support, the father figure, the brother, the homies? Just like, hey, my nigga, don't, where's all the, but that don't mean they're not around.
Right.
That means he's been told, it's too many people. He's been told he made his choice. And maybe there's some points where he maybe got a little irritated or annoyed from y'all messing with him. Right? When I say y'all, not the viewer, the people that are around.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, well, do your thing then.
Well, have you seen his brothers? Have you seen his boys?
What you mean? Like his immediate friends?
Have you seen his support group?
No. Other than Shador and him, the team. Outside of that, I don't know. But as in they don't exist or they look different?
They may not exist.
They may not.
And so everybody that's around him may just be either celebrities or yes men. Like shoot.
What about your players?
He met her through her brother. His brother was his friend, befriended him, and was like, let me throw my sister on you. Which is editorial.
And she didn't like him. Remember? She didn't like him.
She didn't like him.
Convince her who he was. There's that. And look, here's the cool part about that story, which we all know. Now I'm preaching to the choir. That story came from her. That's not like hearsay. That's not like we think that's what happened. She told that story on the internet, on Remy and Papoose internet. She told that story.
Remy Papoose internet.
So my thing is, I've never seen this out loud, this publicly, so many red flags, and for one person just completely ignore it all.
Right.
And now, as far as love works, maybe that's what you're supposed to do. And what I mean by that is that maybe he's supposed to be like, it's me and you against the world. They don't believe in us, they don't love us, they don't whatever. That's why maybe that's what you're supposed to do.
Me, my money, and you against the world. Me, my money, and you against the world.
Like, did you see the videos from the wedding? Did you see the video when they were walking up to the surprise truck when we pulled the walls off of the Benz truck? But when they were walking up, how she snatched her hand away?
No.
There's a video. I should have got that clip where she's walking up. They're walking up. He got her by her hand, and she got to pull her hand away from him, or out his hand. And I was talking to my wife. I said, I'm trying to think of a scenario where you and I would be walking, and you snatched away from me like that. I'm talking about on your wedding day, which means it's supposed to be your happiest day. What kind of scenario will make you snatch your hand away from? Because I could assume, right, that she don't want to hold your hand. But I'm like, all right, let me not assume that. What could have happened from us holding hands over there and then walking to the car, which is not a far distance, and you took your hand off of me because maybe you were tired of holding it, or tired of, like, you know how it is when it's like we've been in a situation where we didn't really like some, bro. Hey, I was a young ignorant dude at one point where I was messing with some girl I didn't really like. You know what I mean? And you do like the little light hug or whatever, like. On your way out the door, you do a little light hug. Hey, all right, I'm going. You know what I mean? A little one arm. You know what I mean? We've been that guy before. I've seen people who've been around people who they don't want to be around.
Yeah.
So, and now I'm only saying this part as what the people are saying. I haven't said this, but the people are saying he's also not an attractive guy.
No, he's not.
Right? Okay. Well, okay. Rios has said it also. He's not an attractive guy.
He's not. He's the Dennis Rodman, like how Dennis Rodman was. Like Dennis Rodman he said, like the white girls liked him, none of the sisters was messing with him because he was ugly. All right, whatever. And I'm not trying to bash old boy. We all know he ain't a looker. You know what I mean? Like, and it's okay. He's got a lot of talent. He's got a lot that he brings to the table. But you have to be smart and protect yourself. You have to protect yourself. And I don't think he's protecting himself at all because maybe he's not used to the attention. He was taking her to parties and dropping her off and sitting in the car. I don't think he has a support system, really. I just don't think he has a support system. But also his faith may be stronger than both of ours. And he may have put it in God's hands. And God may be like, yeah, I told you not to. You know what I mean? Or I'm going to bless you. We don't know.
But no prenup is wild.
No prenup, no celebrity, no superstar should never even be in a sentence with your name. No sentence with your name.
Is wild.
No prenup is just crazy. It should be a certain protection, marriage protection shit. There should be something in protection for people who are slow, who get married, who don't get taken advantage of.
Why you keep saying, is it a fact that he's slow?
No, I'm just not even talking about him. I'm just talking about other people that are slow. It might be some slow people out there that have
why are you bringing this up?
Because there needs to be something for predatory behavior to protect them in marriage.
To protect slow people?
Yes.
But why are you bringing up slow people in context of this relationship?
Because that's only one of few options that I have for him. Like, I have either his faith in God is strong, or either he's slow, or she got something on cuz.
That's terrible.
Or she got some. Are they just beautiful? That's three options. Option D is that they're just beautifully in love and they're gonna have a great time, which I hope it is. Option D. But just in case it's not, they should have a slow cause.
Let me ask you. Slow cause is wild. Let me ask you this: how long do you give them?
They're married.
Your honest opinion. How long do you give that relationship?
Once. I think it's going to last until he's out of his rookie deal. You know what I mean?
100%.
Out of his rookie deal. She's going to be there through his rookie deal. And once he signs that big deal,
yeah,
maybe it might not make it through the rookie deal. If his sponsorships is crazy, if his stuff is out of this world,
she got to at least see how the season gonna go.
Right.
When he signed that first deal, like you said, out of his rookie deal, that first deal, if he do something crazy coming in, it could be. I don't think she's gonna leave that money off the table.
No, she's
I'm talking on the table.
Oh,
I don't
no.
think she'll leave it on the table.
Oh, she's not slow.
No, that's not the one I'm talking about.
That's not what I'm talking about. Being slow. She is not slow at all.
That's not the one you're talking about.
That's not what I'm talking about. She's running at rapid speed. She knows what to sacrifice and to compromise. She said, "Yeah, I could be with him." You know what I mean? She's like, it's not about the journey. She's the one who's like, it's not about the journey.
Not about the journey. I have to get to. I'm focused on the goal.
It's not about what I had to do. It's about what I got. It's not about the mission. Was it completed? Yes, it was completed.
Dude, did you see? There's a picture. Why didn't you find that picture? I'm gonna find that picture. There's a picture of his family at the wedding. I'm gonna find that picture, bro.
Oh, I'm glad I didn't drink my juice, man. Damn.
I'm talking about her. They look like it just doesn't look good.
It looks like what I was gonna say and why I was gonna spit the juice out. It looked like backwood. You ever seen a black family from the Appalachian Mountains? Here it is.
I can't find it, but I'm gonna find it though.
A black family from the hills have eyes. Here they are.
Oh shoot! Wait, you say this whole family look? Okay, I'm not asking that.
Joking.
I'm not even gonna make you go into that. No, I'm not.
I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Hey, you guys!
First of all, you gotta be a certain age to even know what you're talking about.
Hey, you guys! Oh my God. Hey, I pray the best for us. We're just having a good laugh. We're having a light laugh. But hey, I look at him, I see what he's doing, and I can only think what I think, you know what I mean? Like I'm just making assumptions. I'm just guesstimating. My hypothesis is he was what he was, and he didn't get much attention outside of his athletic ability. And he may be from a long line of overalls.
So with that, what? I just go. Hey, dog, you're acting out, bro. Wait, so you don't think she's attracted to him at all?
She's attracted to him at all?
You don't think she's attracted to him, physically attracted to him at all?
Are you saying there's something wrong with her?
Huh? I'm saying. I'm saying
there's something wrong with her? Oh, no, I don't think she's slow. She saw opportunity. She saw opportunity. Maybe they did fall in love. Maybe they are falling in love. Maybe they're growing in love together. But
dog,
she said it. She said it with all her actions. She said it with all her words that wasn't her guy. But
I mean, so you said you don't think she grew into that?
I'm saying she did. Grew into like, oh, you know what? If he was not who he was, say if Travis Hunter was an accountant, would she be with him? I do. Oh my God. Dude,
Hey,
no.
man. He looks absolutely crazy.
Hey, he won. No, you know what? Never mind. Never mind. Do what you got to do, brother. It's okay. Give up that money because that's what's going to have to happen.
One more time.
Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Nope. I take back.
Oh, man.
I take back everything I said. Maybe he knows exactly what's up. Like, wait, hold on. Y'all see me? Do y'all see me? Yeah. That's my lady. And she can have it all.
Wait. Dog.
Hey, that's sad. It's all good. That dude's gonna be a great. He's gonna be a great. Yep, that's exactly what I was thinking. A freaky predator.
Dog, I can't take it.
That's exactly what I was thinking. A freaky predator. That was it.
Hey, bro. Hey, bro, look dead in the camera too.
Hey. Something
that's terrible,
that's
man.
just one more amazing thing to pay attention to. One more thing on the timeline.
All right, that's enough for you talking bad about Travis Hunter in his future.
I think he's going to be a great athlete. I pray that works out. I'm just being a comedian. I'm just a joke. You guys didn't know I was a comedian. A little jokey joke.
Dude. Oh, have you heard? Let me see. I don't know. Let me see. Do you want to go celebrity news, or music?
Wait, before we go there.
Okay.
Travis Hunter is your homeboy.
Who?
You. Travis Hunter is your homeboy.
You saying this for an example?
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Why did you say like you said?
That's my homeboy.
You said like, no, it'll never be my homeboy. Like
that's not what I'm saying.
My homeboy. Hell no.
No.
Like damn.
No. I didn't mean. I mean like. I don't know him.
That's a young black man, dude. Like shit. What's wrong with you, man?
Is it?
Yes.
No.
It's an alien that resembles a young black man. Like, treat him right.
Okay.
If that was your homeboy, what do you say to him? What do you say to him? What do you say?
You mind if I tell you a story? A short story?
And you saw that video. You seen that video of him before they get married. What do you tell him?
Can I tell you a short story?
Yeah, you can.
Back in the day, we was at my friend's house, and my friend had a party. And there was a young lady there. And this young lady was very, very popular amongst the males. Okay? Very, very popular.
The basketball has been through the layup line. Okay.
All the drills. Three-man weave, all the drills, right?
UCLA.
Right? Everybody dunked. Right? Everybody dunked,
and
right?
a little football too.
So this young lady, very popular with the males. So she likes my friend, one of my homeboys. I tell him, hey, just to let you know, she's very popular amongst every single person you see here.
That's how you used to talk?
Yes. I talk to him exactly the same way.
Okay, cool.
Very popular.
Very professional.
Very
high
proper,
schooler.
very proper. So I told him, I said, look, if you do this, you got to keep it basketball.
Yeah.
Right? Don't try to sign up for the league and play for the league.
Yeah,
Just
we're not getting this ball signed and putting it up in a trophy case.
Keep it on the court.
This is an active, useful ball.
You should never see this basketball again. Right? He didn't listen. Liked her. Had a baby. Had another baby. Had a family. And all throughout the history of them having babies, family, she never stopped
being a basketball.
Never stopped being a basketball player. She never stepped off the court.
Damn.
And all the popular guys are looking at him like, why won't you pass?
Yeah, pass the
ball.
ball.
Every time the ball gets to you, you don't pass.
Why are you being a ball hog with this ball?
Why are you being ball hog with this ball? why you know? I say all that to say this.
Hot potato, nigga. Hot potato.
I say all that to say, once you've been told, you've been told. Now, mind you, this is my younger years, so I was young and stupid, and I was telling them, obviously, in a different way. I don't talk like that. But I told them a whole other way of like, you probably shouldn't mess with her. She's, not probably for that. And so nowadays, I would tell him, yo, look, there's some things that concern me, bro. I love you. I got no quarrel with your relationship, but I think you should pay attention. These are some signs. From my experience, these are some signs that are not really good signs. Just be careful. Look, I know everybody killing you right now, but be careful, bro. You've been told. And then that's it. I wipe my hands of it. Because I also don't want to be the friend who becomes annoying or somebody you feel like you can't talk to, right? Because what happens is if Rios not listening to me, then I am no longer a safe space for Rios.
Right.
Right? I can live past. You don't want to go through this, not me. You're going to go through what I think you're going through.
How did it end up?
What did he like it was. Like he went with her. I mean, they end up being overdone, but you got 2 kids behind you, you tied to her forever.
Yeah, that's cold-blooded.
But what happened? You found out she was what we said what she was.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a shocking thing. We told you. And we told him.
But the difference between this story and that story is y'all have factual evidence that that's what it was. This Travis Hunter, we really don't have. We're taking a guess. Like we're having making somewhat of an assumption like, hey man, she's just after your money. We really don't know that.
No. Okay, we can't say about the money part, right? Because ain't nothing happened yet, right? We just now seeing little things, NIL, stuff like that, right? But I'm speaking to the character of what happened before, right? Yeah. She spoke on you. First of all, she said something about you that women typically would never say in public about their actual man. That's a sign, something wrong, right?
It's a tough one.
What woman who is in love with a man would say, like, oh, no, I wasn't attracted to him. My brother had to tell me that I wasn't trying to, like, she almost said it in disgust.
She's like, have you seen him?
She did not say that.
Have you not seen him without his helmet on?
She did not say that.
All right, let me stop.
She didn't say that.
I'm being mean.
But it's a sign. It's a thing. So I've noticed a lot of things. So I would tell you, like, hey, I noticed these things. That's not a good look. But I mean, I'm not gonna fight you on it. Plus, I don't want to be on the outs of the safe space. I'd rather be a safe space. I want him to know I told him that out of love, and I'm not going to annoy you with it.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
I'm not going to annoy you with it, and I'm gonna let you know, like, and I'll let him know, like, hey, that ain't cool, bro. See what she did? See how she looking? See how many moments that she interrupted your moments and made the moment hers by doing something crazy publicly? Now this taken away from you. Like, it's like it's a lot of stuff that I didn't really like that were signs for me. So I can't really. I would tell you that'll be it, but I'm not going to spend the rest of our relationship telling you about your girl. Like, right. That's not going to happen.
Right.
And your wife now, he married her, so I really ain't got nothing to say after this. Once you got married, I'm out of it. Because also another thing I don't do is, who am I to say who God put together or not?
Right. And how do we know that he's not about to make an announcement, or he'll be at media or a press conference and be like, I'm no longer a virgin. You know what I mean? Like,
What? Why would he say that at media day?
have you seen him?
You gotta chill, bro.
I'm gonna act like her. Well, have you seen him without his helmet on? Nah, I love that dude, man. I love Travis Hunter. I wish him the best, dude. I love that kid. I want him to. I wish him the best in life, man. I wish him the best in life. I think he's gonna go. I think he's gonna do very well. Guess who's no longer a virgin? Hey, you guys.
Duh.
That explains how he has all that energy to play both sides of the ball. Oh, no shit. Of course he can play both sides. He can play the whole football game. He's been built up. He built up, man. He built up real bad.
Hey, man.
Oh, shoot. My guy been backed up. He backed up, man. Hey, is that a picture from boot camp? That's summer camp.
Dog.
That's training camp. Yeah, he gonna do real good. He look like he playing real hard. When his left eye go down like that, I mean he in the game.
His left eye go down like that, that mean he in the game.
Let's go. Hey, man. Oh, shit.
His left eye go down like that, that mean he in the game.
Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot, man. Damn.
Oh, that's hilarious.
All right, we got to leave that topic because I will literally get myself in trouble.
You're all day, bro.
Oh, man.
So, do you want to go celebrity? You know what? Let's go to something cool. Some really cool news that you probably didn't know.
Okay.
It's not even news, but I just thought this was really dope. I read something about George Clooney I thought was really dope. They talked about how George Clooney gave 14 of his friends $1 million, right? Mm-hmm. Now, this may seem like people don't take into account of millionaires giving money because they feel like, well, you're rich, of course you should do that, but that's not how that works.
No. $1 million, I don't give a damn what you say. $1 million is $1 million.
Well, here's the thing. He gave them $1 million each after he first got rich.
Oh, shoot. After he first got rich.
It wasn't like he gave them to him yesterday.
Oh, yeah. That's
that boy touched paper and then spread it around.
That's dope.
Look, it says, I'm reading here, it says, at a 2013 dinner at his home, 2013.
Yeah.
Right? Clooney placed, right? Clooney placed suitcases with $1 million and $20 bills at each of his longtime friends' seats. He said, I've paid everyone's taxes, so this $1 million is yours. So he didn't just give $1 million, he also paid all their taxes. So they don't have to pay it with the $1 million.
So 1.6 million. Or 1.4 or 1.6.
He said the 14 friends were part of the same group that supported one another when they all were young and broke. It said it was just my way of saying thank you. How ill is that?
That's ill. And I would have ended that. I'd have ended that. And this is my goodbye. See you guys later. Have a good life. Don't ask me for nothing else. You guys don't have a good one.
Your services are no longer needed.
I have new friends. I'm going to hang with Brad. I hang with Brad now. You guys go on about your life.
That's terrible. Hey, could you be mad?
Oh man, you can't. I'm like, all right, thank you. Like, hey Don, do you like any of them? No. All right, you guys go. Don Cheeto said.
Don Cheeto said. Don Cheeto said it's nuts.
Yeah. It's over for you guys. It's over for you guys. It's been really good knowing you guys. I got to where I got to because of you guys. That's why I paid you $1 million. But yeah, I'm about to go golfing with Brad. Like,
thank you. Please excuse yourselves.
Excuse yourself. Don't finish your food. Finish your food. Finish what you got. Don't rush out. You don't gotta leave. I'm leaving.
Oh man,
you guys can stay.
You know what? I'll leave.
I'll leave. I'll walk myself out of my own house. As you guys can have this shit. I'm out.
That's terrible.
Hey, I think that is so dope to be a real friend like that. To be like, you guys deserve what I deserve. You know what I mean? Like what I've built, what I've become in life is also in part to where you guys helped me get to this level. And I haven't forgotten about what we've been through together as a brotherhood, family, friends. And here you go. You know what I mean? Like that's really dope. That's really dope.
Yeah, I think that was super dope, man. I read that and I was like, that is, and some things we would, I mean, well, some of us, everybody don't have a good heart, but I would love to do. I wish I had the money to bring some of my tightest friends around and give them $1 million.
How much do you have to make? How much do you have to make to give away 14 million? How much does Lucc have to make to give away 14 million?
I gotta be up. I don't know, 14 million? I gotta be up. Way more than 14 though. Hey, dude, let me ask you this. 30? More than 100? Wait, I have 30 million. You want me to give away half of it?
That's what I'm saying. How much did he have?
I'm not sure.
I would say
that obviously was a huge payday.
Well, in my lottery dreams, I have lottery dreams. And people who are in my lottery dreams, I think about, like I say, I will give away more than I keep. You know what I mean? Like I would do 60-40. You know what I mean? Like I would.
At one time?
Maybe not at one time, but
like over time, you'll give away more than obviously.
Yeah. I'm 100,000 type nigga right now.
I totally 100% give away more money than I would keep.
Yeah, because I'm 100,000 near. 40% is 40 million. Like, dude, what? Like, yeah, like
because I walk around seeing too many things that I want to pay for now.
Right.
Whether it's somebody on the street or some kid in the store buying shoes or some lady, she can't afford the car she wants, but she need a car. I'll be doing all kind of. That's why I love watching those videos with Shaq. Shaq do that all the time.
Right.
Shaq be somewhere and somebody can't get somewhere. He won't even let you spend no money. He like, oh, I'm buying the computers. I'll buy it. Go get what you want.
Right.
I wish I could do that. And what's funny is when I pray, I ask God, like He knows that my money, I want to travel with my wife, be able to take care of my family, right? And everything else, I'm just give it. Just give it away.
Look, and it's crazy because what my wife wants to travel, she wants our house, she wants like what we have right now. But when the kids are old enough, only thing she wants to do is travel. Yeah, and then maybe we want to live somewhere where we don't have to take care of the house at an old age.
What's a dream location for you to live?
It was Pasadena.
Okay.
I liked Pasadena because it's still city, but it's still outskirts and it's green.
Yeah.
But we've been looking at New Mexico. She was talking about New Mexico. People have been saying New Mexico's really nice. But I don't want a home. Like maybe like a vacation home or something. But I want that resort feel, like where if I'm 65, 70, I do not want to be replacing my back fence. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to be doing that.
Like, you want to rent?
I want to rent, have my stuff that I own, but then also be able to call down to the concierge, or even be like, you know, what
so you would rather like stay in like a big loft somewhere, something like that.
Yeah,
yeah. Because I don't want to do no home maintenance.
None. I want to be able to be like, you know what? I'm gone. Oh, we're going to go stay with JJ for a month and a half.
But here's the thing also. If you do hit the lottery, you won't be doing that anyway, even if it is your home. Right. You got a guy for everything.
Right. But that's why, but that was to say, like, that's like the way I think was like, I could give away more than I have.
Yeah.
Like, all my wife wants, for me to be happy, my wife needs to be happy. And what she wants is to travel. My wife is
Yeah,
a traveler. I'm more of a homebody or whatever, but I had all these dogs or whatever. But she wants to go places and travel and do stuff. And she's a what do you call those foodies? Like there's places in the world that we want to go eat.
for sure, for
You know,
sure.
and it's just like simple shit like that doesn't cause for me to be a billionaire. And I don't
What's a
want
dream vacation for you?
a dream vacation is a vacation I don't have to worry about what time I need to come back.
Okay,
Like,
wherever that is.
wherever that may be, I'm not looking at the date, I'm not looking at the time, and not saying I have to be back somewhere because I have to do this to make some money or this and that.
Like wherever that is, cool with me.
Wherever that shit could
Right.
be Compton.
Fiji, Monaco, Chicago,
Compton, South Central, as long as I ain't got to worry.
Don't let them come back.
Yeah, we traveling across the 110. But look here, we're not in the rush to get back. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not in the rush to get back. Don't worry about it. But I would say I don't really have a dream vacation. My wife is more of the like places to go. I love Puerto Rico. I've been to New York, Puerto Rico, Florida, Hawaii, Mexico. And really my favorite place I've been is Escadet in Mexico. It's like a resort in Mexico. But I love Puerto Rico. I could just drink cafe con leche and dip toast in it all day. Like that way of living.
Word.
It's like my type of thing.
Shout out to Biggs 909. Said my old neighbors were retired. They sold their home and bought a nice RV and took off to live in each state for a few months in the cities they had on their bucket list. I think that's dope.
That's tight.
I think that's dope. If you got the means to just travel like that, I don't like driving like that. But other than that, if you got the means to just get around and stop and adventure. See, here's the cold part though. Now this is trauma I'm talking about.
Okay.
As a black man, as much as I love that.
Oh, you're scared.
I'm a little bit afraid of that because you watch these movies, right? And people do that. There's people who jump on the road and just go, right? But I also don't know all the places I'm not supposed to be. And it sounds sick in 2025 that I'm thinking of places that I can't, that the people in those places feel like I shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
Right. And that scares me a little bit. Not scared like scared me like I'm scared. Just more so like that sucks that I can't stop at this town. If I'm passing through a town at night, I don't even know if I'm supposed to be there. Right. Is it a sundown town, which they still have? Is this gas station safe for me at all?
Right.
Or me and my wife? If it's just me and my wife, right? I'm not the type of dude that carry guns and cars. No, I'm not that dude. So, like, they have like back in the days, obviously they had green books, right? Would tell you everywhere you can go, whatever. But I'll be thinking about stuff like that because I wish I didn't have that. I think that trauma that comes with a lot of us, or most of us, that we can't just pop up and stop and go anywhere.
Well, just travel the northern route.
Well, I don't know if that's cool either.
Take the northern route.
Dude, up North California, bro, you'll pass through some places you're supposed to be.
Like Redlands. And
maybe a lot of people put some spots in Redlands for sure.
Yeah. Like it's some spots everywhere, but that's why you have your 50 cal on the arm of your RV chest, and you turn around and you go to the window and be like, oh, am I not supposed to be here? And you got your shit like, oh, I didn't know I didn't be.
You start being extra out with it. You putting out change and pull a gun out. Oh, I'm sorry. Got that. I'm sorry, let me pay for this gum. You put out a whole 9 for some gum.
And while you buy the gun, you say, let me buy this gun. Oh, I mean gum.
Hey, it's a real thing though. That's a real concern.
And especially right now, the temperature of what's going on in America right now, it's a real thing.
For sure.
It might be more elevated than it has been in a long time, actually. But I will say, when I was about to be 44, when I was about 39, I traveled to Reno, right? Like I had to drive up to the Auto Testing Center to blow up lithium ion battery packs, right? And we
Okay.
did it at the National Testing Center. That drive up there past Mammoth and Tahoe, going up there, it blew my mind that was in our backyard, and I had never taken that drive.
Yeah.
And it was just like, damn, you mean all of this beautiful shit is right in my backyard, and it's only 4 hours up. It's like a 9-hour drive, really, but just 4 hours into the drive, you're already seeing some shit that's like out of this world, beautiful.
Right.
And it's like, damn, like all we got to do is really just fill up our tank, get some food, and just drive in a direction for 9 hours. And you're in a whole different world. Look, it's a whole different world of like beauty. And I had to get out of that mindset too. Like, this is what's going to happen because, we can't live in the spirit of fear. Right.
For sure. 100%.
And it's like, it's keeping us from experiencing some beautiful, amazing stuff right here in America.
To your point, you're right. First of all, you're right. I was more so of being cautious is the right word I want to use, not fear. You're right. That's why I said it's not me being afraid, but I am very cautious because I've been on tour. I've been on the road. I've been up north, going to Humboldt County through Shasta Mountain and all that. It's places in Shasta Mountain, that little road you take up to Humboldt, you ain't supposed to stop. They still got saloons. When the last time you seen a saloon?
Right.
Other than like an old cartoon or something like that. They still got like little saloons, you know what I mean?
Well, it's also because of, I don't want to put it on blast, but also because of the greenery business, you know what I mean? Like,
for sure. Right.
Some places you're not supposed to be and where people disappear all the time.
For sure.
Because it's not being policed out there in those mountain regions,
Right.
And sometimes, looking the way we look, we can be just like a sitting duck.
Yeah, that's why it's so cautious was the right word. I would love to just be like, you know what, babe, I watched every year. Now this is on another level of wealth though, so I'm just bringing this up. Every year, Magic Johnson brings this big old like super yacht out, invite like about 5 couples or something like that, and they travel like Europe. Just making stuff like months of just like traveling different places, jumping off the boat, spend a night somewhere, dance and eat, get back on the boat, go to the next. They're on a ship for like 3 months, bro.
Yeah.
Like
and
2 months.
He does like a big part. I forget what comedian. I think it was Bill Bellamy. He was like,
he was on it one time?
He was like, I went to the magic party. We were there for 2 weeks. Everything is paid for. We're eating lobster every day. Mm-hmm. He said the ticket was crazy, whatever it count. He's like, but then we stopped at an island.
Wait, the ticket to pay?
No, like the ticket of what Magic was paying, like the money.
Oh, got it, for sure.
Every day for all.
For sure. It's crazy. Yeah.
And it's already one of the most expensive yachts or whatever in the world. Mm-hmm. But he said, we went to an island, and he was like, I know I'm not lying. I know what I'm saying is the truth, but it sounds so crazy. Magic Johnson rented a UFO.
Wait, what?
He said he rented.
Excuse me? Run that by me again?
He said he rented a UFO. It was a sphere that came down and opened up on the island, and something came out, and it was like some jewelry for his wife or something. I forgot what he said. But he said, I don't know if it was on strings. I don't know if it was on this. He said, but it was a UFO that came out of nowhere in the middle of the dinner on the island, just some baller stuff. You know what I mean? Like some stuff that can't even fathom that it happened. He was like, I don't know if it was a UFO. I don't know if they paid for some drones or whatever it was. He was like,
was it medicine?
No, it was a big ball that a person came out of and gave the wife something. And they could have been on, no, let me not say that. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that. Because I still might need Magic. I don't need Travis Hunter.
A UFO,
but he's a comedian. You know what I mean. So it's like he's embellishing on it. He's like, I think he rented a UFO. This shit just came out, but he was just saying just how much money that fool spends on those 3-month excursions every year.
Every year, bro. Every year. I remember Holly Robinson Pete was on one year. I'm not sure if she go every year, but I know one year I caught them everywhere. It was them, LL Cool J and his wife. It was maybe Steve Harvey and his wife. I'm not sure. Maybe I think maybe, and another couple or something like that. Oh, Samuel Jackson, his wife, and another couple.
Well, I have one question.
I
have one question though, and this is a question we're gonna have to ask for all eternity.
Okay.
Was Diddy there?
Not this time.
Okay.
I didn't see him there.
Okay.
Yeah. Plus, I don't think Diddy and Magic. Never mind.
How are you such a horrible character that you're a question that has to be asked? Was Freddy Krueger there? Was Freddy?
Yeah. Was Freddy there? Yeah, I don't think Diddy. Yeah.
No, I don't think Magic. I'm praying. I don't think Magic dibbled and dabbled into Diddy. So. Moving along, Magic had great parties.
Yeah. Great parties for Magic.
Maybe Isaiah Thomas, not no.
No shit. Well, look, I'll say this. Speaking of sports, let's stay here.
Oh my God.
So,
hey,
okay.
I gotta take a nap. I need to take a nap.
Okay.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay.
Okay. Let's stay on sports real quick.
Okay.
What do you think about Michael Jordan returning to the sports world, to sports media? He's coming. Is it NBC, right? Yeah. NBC has returned to sports for $40 million a year. NBC Sports, one of the highest paid broadcasters ever. What do you think about that?
That's up there with Tom Brady, right? Like that's up there with the Tom Brady number.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Michael Jordan has never been interesting to me.
Okay.
He's never been like he doesn't even dress like he just doesn't. I'm not gonna bash Michael Jordan because he is a legend. He's a GOAT. He's greatest of all time. I'm not interested in hearing what Michael Jordan has to say. I wasn't interested in him as a coach. I wasn't interested in him as a manager or owner. He didn't really succeed at like his shoes succeeded. Like what do I want to hear from Mike for? Like we still haven't stopped hearing about him. Like people still talk about him. Like man, like I don't want to hear no more about Mike. It's not because I'm hating on him, but I just don't see.
He gets paid more than Tom Brady too.
That's crazy.
Tom Brady's 37.5.
That must mean that there is a demand for him to be on camera.
I think you know what, man. I think one thing you do know and we understand is, and I understand you feel that way, but we also understand that how people feel about Michael Jordan and the legacy of Michael Jordan. So I can see that being a thing, even though I'm not necessarily excited about MJ being in sports media because I wasn't excited about that. I mean, I never was excited about him talking beyond. I loved him when he played ball. You know what I mean? But
he don't need another opportunity.
Well, no, I'm not gonna say that. That's crazy.
You don't need another opportunity. MJ is the man. Like, let somebody else go, dude.
But Tom Brady got an opportunity.
Tom Brady just won a championship.
You got 6.
But Tom Brady just won like 4 or 5 years.
Oh, being like he's fresh off of.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think, MJ, now I'm not sure if they misquoted him. He was saying something that he he feel like his fans are using his legacy in a toxic kind of way, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Okay. She's saying because he's saying that sport is such a beautiful sport, y'all won't let nobody be great because y'all won't let go of my legacy. Which I'm like, damn, okay. That's kind of, but also you was killing it. You are who you are. Like, but I also understand. That's like they won't even it's like you can't even talk about the greatness that is some of these players without saying, well, he ain't better than Michael Jordan, or is he better than Michael Jordan? Or will anybody ever be better than Mike to y'all?
Right. And the other thing is when they bring up another great, they bring up excuses for why they're great. Like, oh, well, they had this. Oh, well, they had that. But when Jordan's greatness has come up, it's just because he was great.
You're just so used to it.
He's not. They just the only reason why he was as great as he was is because of his Jordan. It's Jordan. He's great. But when it's LeBron, when it's Kobe, when it's anybody else, Shaq, when it's Jokic or this, they have that. LeBron had Pippen and Phil Jackson.
Yeah.
Like,
so you're not excited about Michael Jordan being that's not a thing that excites you.
If he's a good announcer or whatever they call it, if he's good, yeah, that's tight. But I don't even know what he's bringing to the table.
To your point, man, maybe I could be wrong, and I'm fine with being wrong. I'm thinking you may be seeing this the same way. I don't see him as a good personality to be talking. Like, some people you just feel like they would be funny. First of all, I would have since your whole career, I would have came across something you did funny, cool. Just something, some to show your personality, some kind of way. And I don't get excited about hearing you talk about sports. To me, I don't get excited about that.
He wasn't even good at Space Jam.
God.
He wasn't even good at Space Jam. You know what I mean?
Okay, so Rios is not excited for Michael Jordan.
Like, what interview have you seen him do, or what have you seen him do? He has an amazing personality. Like, he is just so good on camera.
Yeah, none. I mean, I gotta admit that I can't. That's funny. I think it's funny.
He wasn't even good in the Gatorade commercials. Like, it's like.
Yeah, I thought about this. I looked at this comment as I was about to answer about Jordan, but I thought about this. I'm like, dude, could you imagine Rodman as a sports analyst?
Man.
Dude, man. I would pay to see that.
Could you imagine if Michael Jordan looked like Travis Hunter?
Come on. All right, man. You know what? All right, so look. All right, so what else we got on the list of... All right, man.
They done got his ass out the league. Foul him every time. Every time.
All right, man.
Oh, God. All right.
Yeah, we gotta move on. Dude, one thing I am excited about, I must admit. Dude, you gotta let Travis Hunter live, bro.
Okay, sorry.
Your disdain and hate for Travis Hunter is a little disgusting, I must admit.
I'm praying for him.
What?
I am.
For what?
That he doesn't get taken advantage of.
Okay, got it. Okay.
That he doesn't get what he's got coming to him taken. I'm not praying for good looks for him. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just praying that he gets what he deserves. Like, he gets what he's earned.
All right, man. So, one thing I'm excited about, I can't front. Is it this Friday? Is Friday the 30th? Yeah. The 30th. Yeah. The Clips are dropping a new record.
Oh, shoot. I didn't know that.
Clips dropping a new record. Pusha T posted on his page called Ace Trumpets, produced by Pharrell. I'll play a snippet for you right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yellow diamonds look like PP. Bitches fly from DC on my private to Waikiki. 3P. Niggas is my sons and that's on repeat. Sins of the father, so I call you little Michis. It's easy.
This is culturally inappropriate.
That is Ace Trumpets.
Ace
A
Trumpets.
snippet of Ace Trumpets by the Clips, dropping 5/30th.
I don't
I
think there's
can't.
a. Oh, hold on. Somebody's at my door. Hold on.
Okay. I can't front. I am a little. That's funny.
I wouldn't at this point in time in life, I wouldn't have no shit with pee-pee in it. There couldn't be a worse time
I don't give a
for
fuck
pee-pee.
about none of that shit, nigga.
Nigga,
I'm not gonna do that.
Oh, is that the syndicate in the building?
that was my brother about to die.
Oh, shoot. What's up, my boy? What's up, that Manny?
That's Betty.
What's up, my guy?
I'm excited for that, but I don't think there was a worse time to.
Ace Boy Trumpets is hilarious. Ace Boy Trumpets.
But the Clips is together. Ain't nothing better than that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
man, I'm excited. That sound to me. I like the snippet. It sound dope. I'm ready to hear the rest of it. Especially, I want to hear. I want to hear his brother's verse. I'm excited to hear what they got going, man. I've been ready to hear something different from rap. We've been getting a lot of craziness, a lot of trash with these battles. I'm ready to hear something different. You know?
Yeah. And that's a different temperature. That's a fresher breath of air. You know, I'll definitely rock with that.
Yeah, I'm definitely messing with that.
Did they say about any features that they got going on, or is it just?
No, he just kind of dropped that snippet today, and I'm not sure what. I'm not sure if an album coming after that. I'm not sure. They just dropped that record. I'm really excited. I don't know if it's going to be on or I'm not even sure, but I'm excited to see whatever they got going on. I've always been a Clips fan. I've already been a Pusha fan and a Malice fan separately. I can't wait to see what's going on with that. Is there? Look, let me ask you this: do you get excited about music still?
Not really.
Not really,
Not really.
What's the last? Oh, okay, I can't front. So the last time I was excited about music or something that had to do with music was last year, obviously, with a lot of stuff going on with the battle, right? But as far as like straight up somebody doing music, like songs, new songs, whatever. Well, I'll be speaking. Okay, rap wise, not a lot. Not a lot at all. Outside of that battle, far and few for me. That's why I play so much R&B and jazz.
Right.
You know what I mean?
When we found out that Kendrick was dropping an album after the diss track, then I was like, oh shit, I can't wait to hear the album. But other than that,
I'm counting all that. I'm counting all that, right? The battle stuff and the GNX and to me, I'm dope. Everything was dope. Kendrick executed that perfectly. But before that, or even in between that, nothing really. Nothing I really listen to today. Not that I can think of. And if I can't think of it, that's kind of a problem.
Right.
Do you think I did an interview with Exhibit. I kind of asked him the same thing. I'm not sure if I asked you. Did I ask you this about, do you think hip hop is suffering the same fate as jazz?
Well, I don't want to say that because jazz has a huge following outside of
100%
America.
100%. But I meant that in a way to not to really kill jazz. I totally understand what you're saying. To rephrase that, jazz was at once upon a time the most popular music, popular on all scales.
Okay,
and then it got gentrified and colonized basically, and then it kind of like it was a lost art, but not amongst real musicians and jazz players, right? And then if you think about it, the adults and basically the grown-ups kind of keep that up, right? It's not like it's young people coming in looking for jazz, right? It's kind of like a lost, like a special section in the music store.
Yeah.
Right. So, but hip hop is kind of like, is it going to suffer the same fate? Is it going to be that little thing in the corner again that some people the thing we used to talk about back in the 90s and 2000s and whatever? Or will it have a revitalization? Will it have a big redo, a jump, a revamp in some kind of way?
Well, it could be suffering from the fact that, like, everybody's been talking, a lot of people have been talking about how it's been watered down. You know what I mean? Like with who is the stars in hip hop, who's the stars in rap, who we're letting in, who we're who we're validating, who we're saying is good and who's not good, and also like the the topic of subject. You know what I mean? Like it's everything can't be kill. You know what I mean? Kill, drugs. And that's what is being pushed out to the masses. Now, I'm not saying that there's not good artists that exist. It's just that I'm not looking for them. I was brought up on the music I was brought up on, and the music that I heard before, 2005, I could just live off that. I ain't got to look for no new shit.
That's crazy for sure.
Like I was brought up how I was brought up, and I feel like I got all the best music. So like this new stuff is just extra.
Yeah. If I happen to find something from new, cool. But the fact that it's far and few is to your point where the problem is. It's hard for me to. So I find myself when I do go there, I got to go back for the most part.
Right.
Right. Now there's some young energy I do like. I like when I say young energy, I mean newer. And I always love Griselda. Always like Griselda, what they're doing. And a lot of young cats. I don't listen to a lot of young cats, but I find myself when I do find myself in a new modern whatever. It's more so R&B. I find some dope singers singing something dope, or some super like low key or very underrated. And so you find the stuff in the cracks. People introduce you to dope music that, like when they do shows, it'd be like 500 to 1,000 people sold out, but they all little venues. They cracking in their own world, but to the masses, it's not cracking. Those be the artists I find. I'll be like, well, she's dope, he's dope, but not really get really excited about rap. I'm waiting to see what Kendrick drop, or I'm waiting to see what the Clips drop, or I'm waiting to see what who. I don't know, like what I mean. Like I'm trying to find just dope music, and it's hard because back in the day, bro. If you look up some of the, have you ever did a Google search of like name the hip hop albums that came out and pick a year like 95, 96, right?
Yeah.
Bruh, the craziness, let me see. The craziness, if you look at what happened that year, like certain years like 95 and 96, I'm just picking 2 years, but there's other years, obviously, but if you run this list of what came out,
yeah,
you're going to be like, fam, what? How was this 1 year? Look, in 1 year, as a hip-hop fan, Too Short Cocktails, The Roots, Do You Want More, Smith & Wesson, The Shining, Juvenile, Be Myself, Master P, 99 Ways to Die, DJ Quick, Safe and Sound, Tupac, Me Against the World, E40, In a Major Way. Dude, I'm nowhere near halfway through this list with just them classic albums I just named already.
Right.
Right? You got Old Dirty Bastard, first joint came out, Return to 36 Chambers. Mobb Deep came out with the infamous. Fan, what like it's so Naughty by Nature first album.
That's what I'm saying, and that's just 1 year. I have enough music from my past that I ain't got to even fuck around with some shit.
And that's what I'm saying. That's 1 year, and I only and look that 1 year I just named maybe 10 albums. There's like 50 or 60 that we consider by the hip hop community as masses classic, and that's just 95.
That's just 95.
You know what I mean? I didn't do 94. I didn't do 96. I didn't go, you know what I mean? I didn't go back or go further up, And I'm just like.
But look at this. You could even go like, we're still wearing clothing and shoes from 95.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure. 100%.
Like, what influence, what new is being developed that's like classic, like that's legendary? Like, it's nothing. We still wearing the Jordans from.
Yeah.
Like, I looked up in ChatGPT, I said, what ruined hip hop? And it said Iggy Azalea.
Do it. First of all, I have to know if this is true. I have to know if this is true.
It said Iggy Azalea.
Dude, what?
I asked ChatGPT, what ruined hip hop and rap?
Dude,
it said
it did not say that. I refuse to believe it said that.
It said Iggy Azalea single-handedly, with the help of T.I., ruined hip hop.
Dude, no, it did not.
And it had a link to her freestyle that she did.
Oh, And the-
And the dude
Hey,
called in
the
and said, "That shit's hot garbage." Get your
that was embarrassing.
That's where the downfall, it was a decline from that point on. ChatGPT said it, that it was Iggy Azalea. Ask
Let me ask
ChatGPT.
Let me ask you this. Were you equally mad like a lot of people were? Not myself personally, but a lot of people at the time, remember Nas said it out loud, had blamed Soulja Boy for the fall of hip hop.
Soulja Boy?
Remember at the time, like when Soulja Boy coming out, that was a big thing, and then Nas had said publicly, Soulja Boy killed hip hop, and Ice-T had said something, and there was a lot of people saying it. What do you think about that? What do you think about Soulja Boy's his rise in hip hop? Did that
I'll say this.
Hmm?
I'd much rather blame a white Australian female for the downfall of hip hop versus a black man. A young black dude that was a kid.
With hip hop.
Because
single-handedly though.
We could shit on Soulja Boy or whatever, but I heard that Soulja Boy was like the forefront of like how he was processing his music, how he was using YouTube, how he was using different avenues to make music. You know what I mean? Like he may have broke the window open for how music is presented now. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, some of his music wasn't the best.
Yeah.
And it was dumbed down and like, how you doing all that dancing shit, but he was just a kid. He was a baby.
Yeah, what's that? Wave guy said Rios runs out of positivity around noon. Duh.
Hey, you can only keep the positive energy for so long. I've been up since 5. I'm tired of y'all motherfuckers.
Oh yeah, because you started at 5 something.
No, I didn't start at 5 this morning. I started at 6:30 this morning.
I mean, all right, an hour later. Okay, you still started at 6 something till like 8.
Yeah,
jumped away. You came back. First of all, you went on a ride, came back, finished, and then got right back online at 11. And we've been on an hour and 37 minutes now.
Hour and 37. Then after this, gonna film the Syndicate with my.
Oh, Syndicate is next.
Mm-hmm. So, but that's not live. We pre-record Syndicate and then we'll drop that Friday.
Did you see? I think I want Manny to see this too. Did you see Benzino, the interview Benzino did when the interviewer presented him with documents of him giving statements in court?
Hold on, I'm gonna take it off the headphones so that they can hear it. I want to see if they can hear it too.
Okay.
Let me see if it works.
The chat can hear, right? The chat heard that clip song, did they? They can hear. I think the chat, did y'all hear that when I dropped the clips record in that snippet?
Okay, ask that question again.
I was wanting to know, did y'all see Benzino?
Sure.
Oh, they can hear. Okay, cool. When Benzino got caught out there looking crazy, like an interviewer presented documents of him giving statements in court.
Did y'all see that? Today? The Benzino giving documents in court?
No. An interviewer, he was doing an interview. He was being interviewed. And an interviewer presented him with documents of a state. He asked, I'm just playing for you. Let me play it for you. And let me see what y'all think.
But you gave how many? You gave 3 recorded statements.
I don't even remember, to be honest. I just know that, you know what I'm saying? I just know that when it came time to like where it counts to get a nigga locked up, I said I didn't know who did it with the grand jury. That was big. That helped him out. And then when they dragged me in court, I said he's sitting right in front of me. I don't know who did it then. And that right there ultimately made him not do 15 years. So anything else anybody says with that, it doesn't bother me.
Okay, so
my life keep going.
Right, you told me to do my research. I got some transcripts from the actual trial. You did say when they was mentioning the statements, the recorded statements you gave, right? You kept saying you don't remember, but there was at one point you said, I just remember being shot by your client. You know, almost being killed by your client. That's what I remember.
If you think that's the, go get my paperwork.
This is your paperwork.
No. I'm saying, hold on. But that's from the recordings, right?
No.
The recordings.
No.
From what?
This is from the court date, the trial.
Right,
I got the whole.
right. No. But a lot of that is from recordings, and then you have to look at to see which one is the stand and which one was the recordings. They are basing. See, this is where the recordings come in, and they're basing everything. His defense is basing everything on what I said from the recordings. We knew they're going to do that. That's all. That's the recordings. That's not me saying it on the stand.
This is okay. So you read it. This is
no. It doesn't matter. I'm explaining what it is. The whole paperwork is them talking about the recordings. That's the recordings part. When I got up, my shit was short and sweet. I don't know who shot me, and that was it.
Okay,
that's the recording part of it.
Okay, yes. If this is the recording part, who are you talking to? Your client in the recording?
I don't know. I don't know.
You're talking to. You're talking to the attorney,
listen,
Rosemary.
Hold on. Go to the part where I took the stand. It's simple.
I'm at the part where you took the stand.
No, that's not the stand. I'm telling you. That's not the stand.
Question, answer.
Right. But that's not the stand.
I just remember being shot by your client. You know, almost being killed.
Bro, listen. I don't know. Listen. I don't know if niggas doctored that up or what, bro. But that's not what that's not what I said, bro. Like when I sat on the stand, my shit was short and sweet. Like.
All right, man. I can't keep watching him lie like that, bro.
That was crazy.
Yeah, that nigga's a lying sack of shit. Oh, shit, I can start doing some lives like this. That don't look bad.
Duh. That nigga said, no, that's no, you got the recording and you got the court stuff. Like, nigga, what are you talking about?
Yeah. Who was he talking to? Was he talking to the police or like the attorney when they had
He was on the stand.
It don't matter. No, I'm just trying to figure out.
He was on the stand.
He was on the stand, he said.
He was in court on the stand.
The recording is from
court.
Benzino full of shit.
Whoa.
That's why the interview was saying, no, this is from you in court. Here's the lawyer asking the question, and here's you speaking, saying, I saw your client. He said, no, that's the record. That's not the. I'm like, nigga, no, that was you. That was you who said that. You won't understand when this happened.
Hey, 50 been calling these niggas rats.
Yeah.
Real talk.
Nigga, you're a rat. And
the way he was moving and all that stuff, you knew he was lying.
Hey, that was nervous.
He was like,
he was so nervous.
Let me ask y'all a question. What? So you know how nowadays, right? Like back in the obviously, when if you want to say 90s, early 2000s, it was even unheard of to even hear about somebody snitching. I don't mean that we didn't know nobody was snitching. I'm saying that publicly, you can't hear about nobody snitching and nothing happened to nobody, right?
Right.
If you got a snitch jacket put on you, it's over, right?
Right.
Now, and whether it's rap music, which done made it corny, or back and forth on interviewing these podcasts, you get more and more people that get snitch jackets put on them all the time, and then there's evidence on certain people like Gunna or Benzino just got evidence put out on him. And people, it's like public knowledge that these people are telling, right? Why you think there's no consequences for these people just being out here getting this off and just no repercussions coming from it? And why does the fan or the viewer no longer care?
Because people want clout. It's all about clout. And like, if you could get Gunna to come over and shake your hand and talk to you, it's more clout to have that than you just shunning him and having him. We're not gonna say nothing to him, but if he show up, come on your podcast, come to your show or whatever. Or, like people making money, and that's all people are about nowadays. Clout, man.
Yeah.
The code doesn't even matter anymore. It's just like, you know what? Whatever makes money or gets me clicks or whatever, that's what I'm with. Because me isolating you out, saying you are this, don't give me nothing. Yeah. I don't gain nothing.
Exactly. Yeah.
The men who instilled them laws and them rules aren't around no more.
Yeah, they locked up.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or they done moved on in life to where niggas got families and they don't care. You feel me? And they like, damn, I wouldn't have did that in my day. That he wouldn't have made it a week after that. We found out that statement. But now, you know, like Zilla said, all they care about is clicks and views. Niggas just want to be famous. Everybody want to be famous. Everybody want attention. So you know he told, but it's like he didn't tell on me.
Right.
A lot of people have that attitude where he told, but he didn't tell on me. He didn't tell on my friends.
And you start to feel like, to your point, what you just said, a lot of these people first of all, they out the way where none of these rules, they didn't even come from none of this. I'm not saying they don't live in hoods and all that stuff like that, but when it comes to like when these lines were being pushed, they wasn't nowhere near outside or too young to even remember it. So for them, they don't carry it the same way, right? It's like you hear somebody now say, I remember when that Gunna case, and I'm pretty sure y'all heard the same thing. When that Gunna case went public and all that video evidence of him going public, you can hear people out loud tweeting, saying publicly, I don't care what he did. Is the music good? And I'm like, damn, y'all really don't care you don't even care at all what an artist do. It's just like as long as the music good, you can get away with murder. You don't even care.
Yeah. Or if you got some motion. If you got some motion, they don't care. Whatever it is, if you got some motion, whether it don't matter. It can be music, sports, movies. If you're a criminal and you snitch, they don't care anymore. They're just like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, the law of the land is so different now because we come from a time frame to where that shit was punishable by
Yeah, for sure.
That's what it was punishable by, and it was gonna be handed out, no matter who you are, what you was.
For sure.
You did.
For sure.
Handed out.
And that's why they was moving to the IE or out of state and stuff.
Riverside, Lancaster,
everybody who had those jackets is moving out of state.
And now nigga can do it and be right here in plain sight, and it's like it's cool.
That's crazy.
With me.
Yeah, the homie got a Lambo truck.
Tell him to pull up.
Yeah, we going to the club. He popping 7 bottles tonight, but it's like, damn, nigga, he told on 3 niggas to get that.
Yeah.
See, so I asked the question right before y'all walked in. I asked Rios the question, like, basically, in short, is hip hop on its way down? First of all, is hip hop on a down trajectory, and is it on its way out? Because all the things we remember from what made this dope, this thing of ours, what made this dope, it seemed like all the elements out the door, right? It's all like nothing that we remember that was good about the sport of hip hop or the culture of hip hop. It don't really stand today, not as much. Do y'all see hip hop being around for another 50 years?
I do. I think it's the agenda that they pushing.
Yeah.
And once the people catch on to them pushing this agenda of like making all this foo-foo stuff, the end thing, I think people catch on to that and they're like, all right, man, this is we off of that. And they get back to hip hop, then I think hip hop will have a resurgence. And it's not because you still got some cats in here right now that still hold
for sure
some type of moral compass and have some type of standards, but the media giant, they're pushing all of the people who are just doing everything that's tearing hip hop down as far as the lyrics, the way they act in public, and just everything.
Yeah.
And once people stop consuming it and giving it the time of day, that stuff will start going down and the cream of the crop will start rising again.
It's hard to fight the money, like to go against the money.
Yeah, it's hard to fight against the machine.
I mean, but we are the consumers.
For sure.
They're not giving us money.
We're not the biggest consumer though.
No, I'm not talking about black people. I'm just talking about the people. I'm talking about fans or the consumers. And what we consume,
just the consumers in general.
Yeah, what we consume that's what the media is gonna push out. But if
I don't think so though.
No, you know what? Hey, I'm gonna give you music. Hey, so what Trey just said.
But they the ones that's into it and like it.
Yeah.
Hey, look, Trey made a good point. Like, so for example, Trey made a good point, right? I'm gonna use the movie example. So here's the thing about agendas. When the agendas are being pushed, the agenda is the main mission, right? So whatever happens outside of that doesn't matter if it bucks the agenda, right? So if we, the consumer, we all love this song or this one song. That's what we as in people, not just black people. We all love this song, and this song is a hit to us, or this is the biggest record. If it goes against the agenda, while we think they care about the money so much, it's not that. They care about the agenda more than the money, right? I know we're in the capitalist country, so let me lay my example. For example, in films, the biggest genre of films today and has always been animated movies. Pixar, all the animated films, right? Those are the biggest, hands down, the biggest selling movies in movie history.
But they go against it.
To this day, why would you not sell that the most? Right? It's like if your biggest revenue or your biggest ROI is animated films, why would you make movies that are about whether it's somebody gay, somebody gay doing something, somebody killing somebody, murder, every thug movie known to man, every gangster movie known to man. These movies are by the numbers. There are more of those movies than there are children's movies, and children's movies outsell them drastically on paper by the numbers, which tells you something else is going on, right? There's an agenda because that we can't have kids just enjoying good classic animated cool movies. We have to filter this other stuff because this other stuff is doing the major damage, right? The murder, the mayhem, all the other BS. So to Trey's point, I can see why, though we would think they would go with the money, if it's bigger than an agenda, I don't think so either. And it's just my thought on it. And I use that movie example as an arguing point, not like I'm right, because I don't have the facts. I have the facts about movies and how much they're sold, but I thought about that. Like, why would you sell that if this is the major thing? That's where most of your money comes from. The animated movies, they save whole entire studios. Right. So if that's happening, why the hell would you just play this movie? But why would.
Well, look, there's movies that they're making money one way on the movie, right? Like, say they're making money on the revenue, the return on income, the ROI, right? The return on investment. But some of these movies, like Trey and you were saying, the narrative, the agenda movies, they're being paid to make.
100%.
Like, not that they're getting paid on the back end, they getting paid on the front end. Like, no, we're going to pay you, the Pentagon. It's on payroll for having the studios make movies that they want to be made
about war.
So it's like you can get your money on the return of income, or we don't know, and we don't. And the cold thing is we don't know how much money they're being paid on the front end to make a movie that fits an agenda.
Right.
And they're like, shit, we're losing 100,000 on this movie, not making an animated movie, but they paid us 150 on the front end.
Yeah. So we going with the agenda because the powers that be are who they are. So though we never have a name to the man or the powers that be, we understand that that's an entity and a structure, and they swing it how they want to swing it. You know what I mean? And that's kind of crazy when you think about it. But
a favor for a favor.
Yeah. So look, man. For all the people who came in today, man, I appreciate y'all sticking around. Rios, my good brother, another dope episode. I know I'm about to do the syndicate and drop some bars. I'm gonna definitely tune in for that. Check in with us every Wednesday. Every Wednesday at 11 a.m. Me and Rios will be in your face, talking stuff, laughing, giving y'all the game, doing what we do every Wednesday at 11 a.m. Check in, tap in, be a part, tell a friend, share, do all the things. Just show up. Shout out to the Ghetto Cafe. Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to AceBoy. Shout out to Manny. Shout out to Trey for being in the building today. They gonna do their thing. Y'all make sure y'all tune in.
They bullying me right now. You see those two in the back? They bullying me.
Hey,
you see how I be quiet when they came? I just shut up. I was like,
hey, you like you being forced to pod right now. Nah, but man, y'all do y'all thing, man. It's good seeing y'all too, man. For real. I gotta come and hang out with y'all at Syndicate one time too. Talk some stuff with y'all.
Absolutely. And,
hell yeah. We gonna tap in, man. We gonna tap in with y'all. Thank y'all again, man. We appreciate y'all. Rios, holla at you soon. Actually, I see you. I'm about to tap in with y'all. And straight like that. We get at y'all next week. Peace.
Boom.